Yes, people, what's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Woo-hoo! We won. And it was stressful, for me at least. I don't know about you guys, but I found that game to be a little bit stressful. I don't like it when we hit the bar. We hit the bar again. We have clear-cut opportunities. We're making chances. We look like the better team, but we're just not finishing our dinner. We leave ourselves susceptible to the counter. We leave ourselves susceptible to getting hurt. We leave ourselves open to getting punished. And luckily for us, we did not get punished today. Luckily for us, we won that game. Luckily for us, we come out of there with only one penalty given, because there could have easily been two penalties given. But yeah, the bar, not the post, whatever. You guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Hit the bar twice. The same bar twice. Unbelievable. But yeah, let's get straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot to discuss. Arsenal beat Everton 1-0. And I just want to begin by showing you guys something. This is the Premier League table. Arsenal are going to be top of the Premier League once again going into the Christmas period. And surprisingly or not, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to go on to win the Premier League, because we've come in second and third many times in this position in the past. But let me begin with what I need to mention. We have already played Aston Villa away, who's currently in third in the Premier League. We have already played Chelsea away, who's fourth in the Premier League. We've already played Liverpool away, who's fifth in the Premier League. We've already played Sunderland away, who's sixth in the Premier League. We've already played Manchester United away. We have not played Crystal Palace away. We have not played Brighton away, but we have played Everton away. So out of the top 10 teams, we currently have played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the top 9, excluding ourselves, of course. Out of the top 10, we've played 6 out of the 9 possible teams that we could face. That just gives me the confidence that going into the second half of the season, we're going to have it a little bit easier, hopefully. We're going to be facing more of the teams lower down the table away from home rather than the teams higher up the table, which give us more problems and which are able to take more points off everybody. But Everton. Before this game, you guys need to know Everton away has always been a tough game. Just look at the fixtures. Draw 1-1, 1-0 win, 1-0 loss, 2-0 win, 2-1 loss, 2-1 loss. Everton away is always a tough game. It was a tough game today also. But the difference today was, one, we got a deserved penalty. And I'm just going to start off with the penalty before we go any further. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button while you guys are here. I can see there's a bunch of you guys in the building already. Do hit that like button right now. Yeah, Malcolm, Everton fan, he told me this exact score was going to happen. He predicted it. He knows his team very well. Bro, it's night and day between you and some of the teams lower down the table. You don't have to worry about relegation. But with your performances like that, you could have easily got something from that game. We left the door open too many times. We left the door way too open. You guys could have came back into that game at any point. Luckily, we won the game. Luckily, we got out of there without any damage to our team. But yeah, I kind of felt. Oh, what? Yeah, I kind of felt like we kind of got lucky to get out of there without any hurts. But yeah, people saying 2 back-to-back lucky wins. First of all, that was a clear penalty. I don't think there's any debate over the penalty at all. That was a stonewall penalty, as you guys would say. Stonewall penalty. That penalty was so obvious that the guy had both hands in the air. What the hell was he doing putting both hands in the air? What was he doing? Both hands in the air? I get one, but both hands in the air is wild to me. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. For the penalty that Everton conceded in the first half, this was why they conceded the penalty. They put both of their hands in the goddamn air. Look at this. Look at this. The defender had both of his hands in the air as he was trying to block Calafiori from getting the header. I thought that was wild. I'm like, what on earth was he thinking? Thankfully, from there, the ball got taken. We continued to play. The referee then seen it, called it back, and we got a penalty. From the penalty, there was a little bit of debate within Arsenal Twitter who's going to take it. But I thought the moment the penalty was given, we're going to give it to Gyokeres, let him gain some confidence back. And I thought Gyokeres played well, in my opinion, especially in that first half. He was getting involved. He was really involved in the game. He was getting all over the place. He took a couple shots. He created a chance. He was making things happen. In 65 minutes, he came out of that game. I thought Gyokeres had a good first half. Second half wasn't as lively, and then he came off after he got the yellow card. But Gyokeres today, good performance, and he got the much needed goal. Now I'm gonna say this: I believe in Victor Gyokeres. I don't know about you guys, but I believe in Victor Gyokeres. I don't think you just go from what you were at Sporting and then become a bum out of nowhere. That just does not happen, in my opinion. And Victor Gyokeres today, that penalty that he scored, pressure was on him. I felt the pressure. I was watching it and I was like, yo, I feel this. He's going to score, but the pressure, can it get to him? Will it get to him? Nah, mate. That guy said, button your pressure. You give me a penalty, this is easy money. Boom, slapped it into the back of the net. And that's now how many goals for Victor Gyokeres this season? Already in an Arsenal shirt, he has what, 7 goals? 7 goals now in an Arsenal shirt? Not bad. Now, I get it. You guys want to run, people want to run agendas. People want to talk about Victor Gyokeres not doing much. 5 goals in the Premier League, 2 goals in the Champions League, 7 goals all competitions. Very soon, you're going to see him getting damn near 20 goals come the end of the season. I'm telling you, he's going to get that 20 goal mark come the end of the season. I know it's a penalty. It is what it is. But yeah. Now, let's go in chronicle order before people start talking about other things that we need to discuss and other things that are going to happen. I just thought the performance from a certain Martin Odegaard was extremely poor. And we're going to talk about individuals, but everybody wants to talk about an incident. The incident with William Saliba, which is the incident that everyone kind of wants to speak about. You don't want to talk about other things. I know you guys. I see you guys in the chat already. Sorry. My throat is killing me. But yeah. Let's talk about this. Here it is. Saliba shirt was pulled before the kick. Egal, speak on the Stonewall penalty for Everton was denied. Now, first things first. Let me see, what did the referee actually say and what did the commentary say on why they didn't give the penalty? Because in my opinion, if this was an Arsenal player who got his leg kicked, I would have expected a penalty. But I have seen Gabriel Jesus get his leg kicked in the box and not be given a penalty. So I've seen it not be given and I've seen it be given. This many might expect the referee to be going to the monitor and saying that this is a penalty, but VAR deemed that it was insufficient to overturn the on-field decision, and Everton clearly pressing now though. So they checked, and they said that William Saliba catches Barry inside the area. They both were going for the ball. Barry receives treatment, and VAR basically say that they both have the right to go for the ball. Saliba slightly late, but they just said it was understandable. They didn't deem it as anything to be like anything. They didn't deem it as anything malicious. They didn't deem it as anything that was deserved as a penalty. They basically said that the player kicked the ball first, but he did not have any control of possession at all. So yeah, I personally don't think I would understand why anyone would sit here and say that wasn't that should have been a penalty. I've seen it being given. So it's one of those subjective decisions. God forbid a decision go for Arsenal for once. But yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna say, you know what, park it away. Luckily, something went for us for once, and I'm not gonna sit here and complain. But hey, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, you gotta call it out." You know something? It's unfortunate for Everton, but for Arsenal, I'm kind of happy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Call me whatever you want. If we go on to go and score the Trossard chance, if we go on to score the Zubamendi chance, people wouldn't even be speaking about that. But it's the fact that we go on right away, right after that, to go hit the post. Like, do you guys know the? Do you guys know how bad it was? Like Trossard's chance where he hit the post. This is it. Let me show you. You have to try super hard to hit the post from this angle. Look at this. The ball goes and hits the post from this angle. He's beat everybody. He's basically through on goal. Odegaard is already celebrating. Odegaard is already celebrating. Wallahi, it goes and it hits the bar. It hits the bar. Rice did Odegaard Rice. They did a good little 1-2. Gets Trossard. He wraps his foot around it, and it's not enough. It hits the right hand post. At that point, I was thinking we're gonna go on and concede. We're gonna go on and do something. But you know what? We then hit the post again. Zubamendi this time. I'm like, what? It's written in the stars. We're gonna concede. It's written in the stars. That's what I was thinking. But luckily for us, we did not concede. Luckily for us, we continued to hold on to possession by trying to attack. Saka was going forward. He was trying to attack. The attack kept going into the final minutes. And this was the difference between the Everton game and the game versus Wolves. The game versus Wolves, we did not attack late in the game. This game, Jesus was getting shots off in the 90th minute. Saka was getting shots off in the 70th minute. We were getting shots off late in the game, and we were still trying to create more chances. We kept pushing, and in all honesty, outside of the penalty shout, Everton really did not do much because David Raya was on point, not only with his distribution, but with his goalkeeping. He continuously came and grabbed that ball. He needed to only make one save, but he was sweeping. He was claiming the ball up high. David Raya today was one of the man of the matches. And he did not even have to take too many shots, but the amount of prevention he did as a goalkeeper, you know what? Let's get through it. There is some good and some bad. I'm going to call it out. First, the good. I've already mentioned David Raya. Shout out to David Raya. Solid performance from him, right? Then we can go to the bad. Martin Odegaard. Somehow, the statistics say he's created 4 chances. But I'm telling you, every single one of those chances he created, he misplaced the pass. I love Martin Odegaard. I rate the guy. He's the club captain. He's one of the guys that I defend on a regular basis because I do feel like he's get harsh criticism. But today, he deserves criticism because there was one too many times where he takes an extra touch when the pass should have been played. And then there was one specific moment, 3-on-1. We all can picture it in our minds right now. 3-on-2, I mean. You have Trossard on one side, you have Gyokeres on the other side. What does he do? Instead of giving the ball to Gyokeres in front of him, instead of giving the ball to Gyokeres at his feet, he plays the ball to the corner flag. Gyokeres is like, what the fuck? Bro, give me the ball where I can take a shot, not where I have to go chase it. And this was in the box. So they're entering the box. They're entering the box. You have Odegaard in the middle, taking the central position, literally like going towards the box. You have 2 players in the lanes waiting for a pass. How do you misplace that pass? Now I get it. Mikel Moreno did it the other day versus Saka, but he's not. He's not like, or he doesn't have Odegaard's skill set. He doesn't have Odegaard's passing range. He doesn't have Odegaard's touch. How do you do that? In my opinion, Odegaard was off it today. It was a poor game. Poor game from Odegaard, in my opinion. I'm looking at that. I'm saying you got to do better, mate. You got to do better. We can sit here and we can talk about all these other players, but I thought he was poor. And then a positive, I would say, I thought, you know what, Saka once again doing his thing, carrying the team, most dribbles, most chances, took the most shots, continued to push the team. Could have at least got a couple goals or a couple goal scoring opportunities where he could have finished it off. It was just weird. Every time I felt like he should have shot, he took an extra touch, and every time I thought he should have passed, he took a shot. I just felt like his composure wasn't there, but at the same time, it's not a negative. I thought he was perfect in that second half. It's just he was just missing that final little bit. So not perfect, but close to perfection. He just needs that little bit of more patience, and then an extra touch, and then just slap it into the back of the net. An extra touch, and then maybe pass. Maybe pass it first time sometimes instead of looking and trying to cut in and looking again. Just maybe pass it across the goal. And you know what? Here comes the next negative. I thought the overlapping runs from Timber today were not that great. I thought Timber. I thought maybe I'm overstepping here, but there's in a game where we won 1-0. I'm kind of nitpicking, but I felt like Timber had Gyokeres open for a tap in, but instead he played the ball back to Saka. Saka was open. He still picked out somebody who got a shot off, so he created a chance still. But I just felt like the overlap and the cohesion with Saka and Timber is not there. When Saka gives the ball to Timber, sometimes Timber is offside. Sometimes Saka's not passing it to him at the right time. That cohesion, something's wrong there. They need to get more in sync, because when Ben White is playing, it just seems like it's like second nature to him. You know what I mean? Second nature. Second nature. It's easy for him, right? What else is there? What else is there? Let's get into. Everyone's going to talk about the positives. I thought the back line defensively were solid. Hincapie, Saliba, great defensive performance from the two of them. They did their job well. Calafiori, I'm not going to lie to you, Calafiori, he didn't do much wrong either. I can't really fault too many people on this team. I thought Declan Rice was another standout performer, was outstanding today, ran the show in that midfield. But Zubamendi, mate, what is Zubamendi doing sometimes? I don't know what he's doing sometimes. Sometimes he just frustrates me. He needs to get himself these physical games away from home in the Premier League. Sometimes Zubamendi is like he's missing sometimes in that midfield. Like, I don't know, but it's not. I don't want to be too harsh. Overall, I think Arteta knows what he's doing. He went out there. He left Eze on the bench. He left Madueke on the bench. He left Norgard, Miles Lewis-Skelly. All these guys, I expect them to play versus Crystal Palace in the next game. Now, this game's done. We're top of the league. Come Christmas, we're going to be top of the league. I expect that to be the same. But one thing I'm looking at that Premier League table, and I'm saying to myself, Brighton at home next, must win, and we just focus on ourselves. But our next game is against Crystal Palace. I expect rotation. I expect Eze to come in. I expect Miles Lewis-Skelly to come in. I expect maybe even Norgard, something. We'll see. But this Palace team, they're losing it a little bit. Back-to-back losses, a draw. Today's performance, they're looking shaky. Their boys are all looking tired. It's starting to get to Palace. Luckily, we had a week off. Hopefully, we can get ourselves going. It's a busy time of the year. You don't want to stress yourselves out. But yeah, let's do some player ratings before we go, and let me just talk about some Arsenal talking points. You know what? We haven't had a set piece go in a while. But yeah, the main thing, I'm happy about Gyokeres. I'm kind of disappointed we keep hitting the bar and we're kind of wasteful. I feel like we're giving teams too much time to get back into these games. I don't like that. We need to kill off the game so we don't give these guys any chance of even trying to make it a game at all. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, let's get on to the player ratings. So here we go. I got the list of players once again from the game. So we go to the player ratings. Boom. As I said, I thought David Raya was solid. I'm going to give him an 8. The whole back line, I thought they were solid. I'm going to give 7, 7, 7, and I'm going to give Hincapié 7.5. I thought Odegaard was quite poor. I'm actually going to give him a 5, even though this thing is giving him a 7. I thought Zubamendi was quite poor. I'm going to give him a 6. I thought Rice was solid. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I thought Trossard was solid, but he needs to finish his dinner, 6.5. Gyokeres, solid performance, 7.5. And Saka, solid performance. I'm going to give him a 7. My man of the match, of course, is going to be it's really between Rice and yeah, I think it's between Rice and Capier and Raya. Well, you could give it to Gyokeres, but not really. I'm gonna give it to Rice. I thought Rice ran the show. Rice is my man of the match. Jesus was only on for a little bit. I'm gonna give him a 6. Martinelli, I didn't even notice him. To be fair, I'll give him a 6. Moreno, barely noticed him. I'm gonna give him a 6, a 5 actually. Arteta gets a 7 out of 10 today. And yeah, we now are top of the Premier League. We have scored 31 goals, which is second most in the Premier League. We've conceded 10 goals, and we just need to keep going, man. We just need to keep going. Once those fixtures swing back in our favor and we're done with these, it just seems like the fixtures never get easy. There's no easy fixtures, guys. Every time we play, it's going to be tough. Every time we play. But once we get to this side of January, going into February, we're going to be flying. We just need to keep going. We just need to keep going one game at a time. Next game is Crystal Palace. Don't look too far ahead. Don't stress yourselves out. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please do leave a like on the video. I do these for you guys. So you guys who interact with it, it helps out the channel massively. And for some reason, YouTube has not been pushing my channel at all. So please do hit that like button. And in case you guys don't get notifications anymore, click that notification bell once again. So unnotification and re-notificate yourself so you guys can get that. And if you're watching this on Twitter, please come join me on YouTube on my channel, Egal Talks Football. But yeah, it was a stressful win, but it was a win indeed, a clean sheet. Gyokeres gets a goal, and we come out of there with 3 points to keep ourselves top of the Premier League for another week. And guess what? Christmas, we're going to be top of the Premier League. So yeah, shout out to you guys. You already know what it is. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Is there anybody who messaged with super chat or anything? Nope. So yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. You already know what it is. Egal Talks Football. Love for the love, people. I'm out of here. Peace.